cause he can never get away. Hey! Help him about says also my fan trust. Another 6 weeks out, what I stands and I can't get away. It's where did I go from my bed to the club to a night of your jump. Takes me places, even took me to you. I got no choice, gotta pay my dues. Working at night, no escape from myself. What I found for 23 a hell. Living in a box. Each and every day, living in a box. There's no other way, living in a box. Living in a box. Even though I try, I can never get away. Hey! Look at yourself, you're living the same. Like behind walls, your brother is made. You know I'm born in a box. You work in a box. You live in a box, and you die in a box. So much more that's outside your sphere. You're walking by, never known how near. So much more than the words you show. If you're not very careful, then you'll never know that you're living in a box. Each and every day, living in a box. There's no other way, living in a box. And there's no escape, living in a box. Though I try, I can never get away. Hey, never get away. Hey, never get away. Hey, each and every day, 365 days a year. I know there's no escape, and I can feel the walls closing in. I know there's no escape. There's no escape from my box. Saw the wind, yeah, just the other day. Went to his house, got lost along the way. Should've known better than to picture If I keep my knife close, then my knife stays close to me. Yeah, shears will keep me safe in allegiance to me. My knife simply asks for courage from me to keep him sharp and keep him shiny and always on me. Just ask me when and where and I will always keep you free. That's what my knife promises, that's what my knife promises me. He knows my only importance is my long lady. So I will always keep you sharp and I will always keep you free. But nothing stops my knife once it's slicing through the room. Their guns go click, their guns go boom. Boom, boom, boom. Mexico, no more, no more. There's a big pool of blood on the floor. Like a fight. Mexico, no more, no more. There's a big fat fuck at the door. Grab me by the collar, tried to make me holler. I don't wanna go to Mexico no more. My knife is a magnet to the blood under your skin. He likes to land under your belly or your chin, inside of your thigh or straight into your eye. My knife knows how to stop violence by taking your life. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Now we're coming in. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Wax Wednesday. If you didn't join us last week, we kind of deviated from the normal programming after a little while and got some pretty positive feedback on it, so we're going to continue to deviate and just kind of, branch out a little bit and do more than just playing music that's going to get us copyright strikes, although this probably will, but at some point we'll stop. And we got a guest today, the first official Wax Wednesday guest. We've had a few pop-ins unexpectedly, but the first official Wax Wednesday guest, the Updog themselves, Cody. Or as I have affectionately called them over the years, that kid Cody.
Yeah, I'm 27 now, so...
Yeah, but you're still that kid Cody.
Yeah.
I've known you since you were like 17, so...
Yeah. Dang, a decade.
Yeah. That's fucked up, actually. I hadn't thought about that until just now.
Yeah, I remember whenever I was getting out of high school and then meeting you at New York style pizza for some food.
You accusing me of grooming you?
No.
Burger, I just can't. It's too early for this. We've been streaming for 45 seconds.
God is real and Hyperska is proof. Hyperska is tight.
We'll discuss the problem of evil later. But first, Maya's been throwing... I guess Maya and Chris both have been throwing around this idea of having someone come on the show and talk about or bring a couple of records that mean something to them or that have had some kind of profound influence on them. And I almost texted you last night to say to do that, but I already know what they are, so I brought them.
Okay.
Well, first, we're listening to some ska.
Yeah.
How do you feel about ska?
I love ska. I have a tattoo.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we get Jamie? Can we pull that up on the screen?
The tattoo.
There it is.
The
The rude snail.
An original Ollie.
Yeah. Shouts out Ollie. So we started out listening to Mustard Plug. We got some activity in the chat about that, listening to Big D now. But you said that you had a controversial Mustard Plug take.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just never really got into Mustard Plug that much.
Have you seen them live?
No.
Well, that's why. If you see Beer Song live, it'll change.
Well, yeah.
It'll change your life. It'll change your mind.
I just remember a friend's band played with Mustard Plug once, and I was like, oh, how was that? And he's like, oh, they're Mustard Plug.
So they were awesome.
This is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about Jawbreaker for a second. Can I get the wide on me? You see I'm wearing this Updog shirt. When it rains at Borks. It says down here, you can get them at Updog shows, wherever Updog shows may happen. I hit the camera. I'm so sorry. So let's see. What do I want to play from this? What do you want me to play from this record? Don't you dare, Maya. Not yet.
Bad scene, everyone's fault.
Okay.
That's like the certified banger on this record.
One opinion. Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah.
So the reason I drew attention to this shirt is because this is a take on a Jawbreaker shirt, correct?
Yeah.
So you like Jawbreaker?
Oh yeah, it was my first tattoo.
That's right. I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
yeah.
Jamie, can we get that on the screen? You gotta show it to this camera. Oh, there it is. Yeah, you can see it. It's fine. Please expound upon it.
Oh, like why I like Jawbreaker so much?
Yeah, why is that what your first tattoo was, and how does how are you like carrying that into like what Updog is doing and stuff?
Well, it's like Jawbreaker was the first like 3-piece band I found in high school that was actually like making super interesting music to me.
So we're gonna ignore Green Day and Blink-182.
Well, it's just
all that.
well, it's just like 4-chord pop punk, you know.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top. I guess you could count Rush too.
You can, and I will.
Oh hey, what's up, dog? Dude,
Hey, what's up, dog?
doing pretty fine. How about yourself?
I don't know what more please means.
Little bit more, please. Volume.
Oh, volume. On the music or on the mic? Devin coming in with Rush. Sleep.
Oh,
Motorhead.
Motorhead was a 3-piece. Yeah.
Yeah, Cody, so do you have any idea what the fuck you're talking about?
What? Well, I guess like being like a punk kid in high school,
Yeah.
and I guess like
And Jawbreaker spoke to you.
yeah, because I was just like, it was like had like the aggression and like emotion of Nirvana with like pop sensibilities.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Yeah. And it's like yeah, like if Green Day and Nirvana mixed. Like you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Both the volume is a little low. I think this is my favorite song on this record.
Really?
Yeah. So how does that find its way into what Updog does? Or does it? Or is it just a band that you like a lot?
It's
And that
just
kind of like sparked your interest in music?
It's just a band I like a lot and sparked my interest in music. It's like other bands I've been in, like whenever I was in a post-hardcore band called The Stress Signal, which Maya played drums with us for a little bit.
Shouts out Maya.
Shouts out
on
Maya.
the board.
Hello.
Sorry, I just put my fucking band-aided finger right in the frame. I won't do it again.
Yeah, that was like Blake Schwarzenbach's lyricism like really influenced that band. Because in a way, it was just like very poetic and smart, and it sounded like my college professor was talking to me in record form.
Damn, you saw already?
Yeah, you're doing a really bad job at hiding that.
Well, it's hard to do. You're sitting right there. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I always liked Jawbreaker a lot, especially how absolutely painfully 1990s the Fireman music video is.
Oh yeah, no, I love it, especially that Random Dalmatian.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's so 90s.
That's a very Sublime thing to do.
Oh yeah,
Random Dalmatian in the video.
yeah. Also, Sublime fucks, dude.
Sublime's pretty good.
Yeah, like I feel like everyone's a hater when they say Sublime isn't cool.
I don't think Sublime is cool. Let's not get that twisted. Sublime is not cool. They're good.
They're probably one of the most important third wave bands.
They're not a ska band.
Ska adjacent.
They are. Ska adjacent, maybe. They had like a couple of ska songs. They're not a ska band though. If anything, they did more. I like Sublime. Like, let's not get it twisted. When I hear any song except for like Bad Fish, sometimes What I Got depends on the day.
Wrong Way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 on that one. But with the exception of a few songs, whenever I hear them, I'm like, this is sick. But it's not cool. It's not like cool to like Sublime.
Dude, it was in the Dave Mirra video games though.
Yeah, it was, and it was sick.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We back, baby, we back. Oh my god. Maya's already wilding on the soundboard. Okay. Do you have any closing thoughts on Jawbreaker?
Probably will always be in one of my top 5 bands.
They're a great band.
Yeah, it fluctuates between which part of top 5 they're in.
And which era of Jawbreaker?
Yeah.
I feel like for me, on any given day, it's a flip of the coin between 24-Hour Revenge Therapy and Dear You.
With me, it's like Dear You, and then it always flips between Bivouac and 24-Hour Revenge
You were going to say
Therapy.
Bivouac.
Yeah.
Trendy ass answer. It's clearly not as good as 24-Hour Revenge Therapy.
Dude, whenever I saw them in Austin, they did Bivouac like as an encore with Kiss the Bottle.
Now, Kiss the Bottle, devastating.
Devastating, yeah, but like nobody expected them to do like an 8.5-minute song as part of their encore. Yeah. Especially like something that's like usually considered a B-side,
Yeah.
but like the crowd loved it and was just so stoked to even played it.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you on that one. Burger, I just can't with you right now. Drink your milk.
Kiss the Bottle is
Ooh.
probably my favorite song.
Okay, no. Okay, Burger, you're back. You're back.
Yeah. Those of you who don't know, Burger plays trombone in Up Dog.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, oh yeah, there's one show that they haven't done with us yet recently.
And there was one that he was saying that he wasn't going to make when we were talking to the shop today. Maybe? Or maybe it was the one that already happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. I've been very drunk all day. Just kidding. But I do have a terrible memory. All right. Here we go. Lucero. That is not a band name that I hear invoked very often. Unless I'm talking to Stephen Jolly.
Shouts out Stephen Jolly.
Shouts out Stephen Jolly. No, do it.
Mics are a little too low. GMC, like the truck?
That's what I like about Texas. No, that's the wrong one.
That's Dairy Queen.
Built Ford tough. Ford is the best in Texas. There we go. That's what I was thinking of.
Is Ford associated with General Motors?
No. Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
I can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear you.
A little buzz?
No, which is the volume?
Oh, yeah. You were messing with our volume.
This one?
Yeah. Okay. So I was listening to this record the other day, and I was like, man, it made me really want to listen to Iron Sheet, and I almost turned it off before this song, and I didn't, because I was like, oh, there's only one song left on the record, and I hadn't listened to it in a really long time, and then I was so happy that I didn't, because I forgot how fucking good this closing track is.
It's like probably, I'd say like the top 3 closing track for me.
Can I get this camera, Maya? Not that one. Ooh, let's go, baby. Long Island, Latterman, no matter where we go. On No Idea.
is it? It originally came out on Deep Elm.
Maybe. This is on No Idea.
Yeah. I know the repressings were on No Idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I have money for an original? I actually don't know if they even.
Damn, I gotta check. You gotta check out Latterman out. Like, people like credit him as like the band that pretty much set in motion like the way like a lot of pop punk sounds now with like the gain vocals and like high energy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier today when I was going through my records, and I was like, okay, I got to pull that Latterman record out because like pretty much like that is Updog at this point, you know? And one thing that I was thinking about is the bridge of this song and like the lyrical content contained therein. And then it struck me that this record's almost 20 years old.
Yeah, and still really relevant.
Like, super relevant.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
How, like, well, let's give it a second and we'll come back to that. We're about to get the classic Updog bridge. Oh, a classic Cody move.
I just can't play guitar good, so I just do this. You know, like Emily started doing that thing too. It's tight.
She's good at it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Classic. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's just two guitar players, right?
Yeah.
It's a banger.
Probably will always be one of my favorite songs. I always find myself coming back to it, especially like when I just think about just the DIY in general. I guess in organizing too, because like so many people are so quick to like just want to bounce from Corpus instead of just like trying to like build community, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah, I know.
Interesting that you should say this on this day.
Oh yeah, no, I know. When I was like having an existential crisis earlier, and I was like, "Okay, I'm just gonna move to Austin." But it's like songs like this always bring me back to that mindset, and it's just like, yo, like, just stay here and try to do like, just do cool shit for your community and try to help it grow instead of just leaving.
That was cute. Maya, not Cody.
It's like like that line always hits me so hard. It's like next time you see me try leaving town, shoot my F word plane to the
You can
ground.
say fuck on this.
Oh, say my fuck. Yeah, shoot my fucking plane to the ground.
This is a fucking amazing opener too.
Oh yeah, doom doom doom.
Till the end. Have you ever read the fucking liner notes for this record?
Oh yeah.
It's like a really long soliloquy or a really long rant about the song Dear Boys that I've never looked at before. So let's go back to that like closing part because I don't know if everyone really caught everything that was being said in it. So let's see, where is it? So like that bridge, the refrain is streets gentrified like it's no problem. Boys and bands still singing about killing their girlfriends. People leave communities while they're still struggling. Come on, everybody, sing along. We're to blame. Punks start dealing with their own white privilege. We tell all the boys to stop being so aggressive. Actually give a shit about the place we live in. Come on, everybody, sing along. Let's fix this. I see life alive in many people's eyes. So it's I was thinking about it because someone that I knew from like high school or whatever has been coming around a lot lately, and I've been hearing a lot of oh, Marvel's gone so woke, like all this woke shit or whatever, you know, complaining. And I was thinking about it in context of that song, thinking about the conversation that we were going to have, because I think the only reason that that's like a thing in people's minds is because now everybody's talking about it, whereas before it was just like people in these smaller, like more progressive fringe communities or whatever. Because like, I don't know, in 2005 punk wasn't really like huge anymore, right? Like Green Day and Blink had kind of faded out or broken up or gone like mainstream or whatever, and there wasn't like a pop punk soundtrack to every teen comedy anymore. It was like Flo Rida and, you know, shit like that was like dominating the radio.
Funny thing, I heard a story about Latterman coming to play in Corpus like in 2005.
At Zeros?
No, I think it was the Underground.
Oh, interesting.
And
Yeah, that would have been when the Underground was still going.
yeah, and like 3 people showed up.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't imagine they would have been a big draw here.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was interesting because this record's almost 20 years old, and like they were talking about all the same stuff that we're talking about now, but just a long time ago and with a much smaller platform. So it's not like any of this stuff is really that new, you know?
Yeah.
Like people think it is because they're like being forced to confront it because now everybody's talking about it. But it's like, I mean, we done been knowing. It's like, it's actually just like on that song, or I think it's the opening song on Aggression, The New Fury by Verse. There's like a lyric in it where he says, I'm still stuck on the fact that the 1% has 99 on their knees. And that was like years before any of that like Occupy Wall Street stuff or that discourse becoming like much bigger and like mainstream. I don't know. I just think it's interesting how like a lot of these like self-started DIY like punk bands are just like so far ahead of the curve culturally and as far as like thinking goes.
And that's honestly what got me a Latterman in high school, because it was just like everyone was like constantly like listening to like just like I guess just emo, but like that was like, and like bands that just had like a bunch of apolitical stances.
Yeah, people don't really. It was just like, you know, my girlfriend broke up with me. I hate myself.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I did it.
Oh yeah, no, same. But like Latterman was the first band that was just talking about like interesting shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, wow, this is really cool.
See, I guess for me, it was like Leftover Crack and Choking Victim and Anti-Flag and Bad Religion and that kind of stuff.
Latterman was my anti-flag.
It's better than Anti-Flag, yeah. For sure. Against Me, too, I guess, a little bit.
Oh yeah, Against Me was one of those in high school.
Because I remember I saw them live before I really ever knew who they were, or like listened to them a lot, and I was like, "Oh, this band's fucking so good."
And seeing again, like last time I saw Against Me, last time they rolled through Corpus was probably the most I ever stage dive at a single show.
Was that with Laura Stevenson?
No, it was with Bleach and the Dirty Nil.
In Corpus?
No, it was in San Antonio. They're on their way to Florida to play like Reinventing Axl Rose in its entirety. So they surprised everyone and like played all Reinventing Axl Rose at the show without
That's
even like advertising it.
Yeah.
And it just went nuts.
That was like I think AFI did that in Austin like 5 or 6 years ago, where they had a show and they just only played old stuff and everyone lost their fucking minds. All right.
Did you say fuck AFI?
Nah, they're cool. They're cool. Okay, what else did I bring in this bag of tricks with me? I don't know if this is a band that you are super interested in, but I think they're one of the most DIY bands of all time.
What is it? I can't really see the cover from here. What is that?
Came here alone, and I plan to leave that way. But I find comfort in all of the things you say. So hard on thought,
I've like that's like a band
brain unsolved.
that I've like
Time to
I have songs on my playlist, but they like
made it,
I remember just finding out about them just through like my algorithm, and I was just like, oh, this is really tight.
Yeah, it's really good. The reason I say they're one of the most like DIY bands in recent memory is because the three of them together. I know the singer's name is Augusta. I don't remember the other. It's Augusta Koch, Allegra Anka, and Kelly Olson. The bass player's name is Allegra. Kelly's the drummer. And there's some organ played on here, but by someone else. But they were just like three friends that like really wanted to be in a band and like didn't know how to play any instruments, so they just like picked what they were gonna play and fucking learned it and like started writing songs, and like then they were in a band that was like really good, and like that just I feel like that hadn't like something like that hadn't really happened in a long time. Like that was kind of like how punk started, you know. It was like a bunch of people that didn't know what the fuck they were doing and were just like writing songs about how they feel or whatever. And then after that, it was just like no, like we all need to be like really good and like, you know, I don't know, it's just like a different thing around it. I guess maybe the popularity of the genre brought more people in that were more proficient at their instruments, and people got like accustomed to a certain like level of competency or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Does that track with you?
yeah.
And then they were just like, oh, we're still gonna just do it the old way. But you know, there's nothing crazy like technical about any of their songs, or there's no shredding, there's no like weird time signatures or complicated polyrhythms. It's just like really good songwriting with a very strong pop sensibility. I'm surprised that you aren't really a big Kaitana fan.
It's like it's one of those bands I was like been meaning to dive deep into their discography. It's just like whenever like lately like I find myself like just picking one artist and just hyper focusing on that one artist all day and just listening to everything while I work. Like yesterday I listened to like every single like Black Sabbath song while I was working.
Sick. I listened to a lot of Black Sabbath today, actually.
Today was listening to like Joystick majority of the day, and like the other half of the day was Hans Gruber and the Diehards.
Okay. You brought it up, so let's go there. This is the final record that I'm gonna play before we go into the second half of the show. Maya, I feel like these are gonna be shorter now that we're not just playing records the whole time. How do you feel about that?
I was thinking, like, if you wanted, you could play, like, first half, you do this, and then the second half, you play whatever you want for however long you want.
I could do that.
Yeah.
Not this week because I
Yeah,
only
yeah,
brought like
it's all
this
good.
small stack of records to talk to Cody about. But
I don't
It's
have
an
a problem
interesting
with the length, though.
What do you mean?
I wasn't gonna say it. Let's see. Do you know what this record is?
Oh, We Are Union?
Fuck.
I saw you. Like,
I know. I was looking for a track listing.
wrong song?
Wrong side.
This is their era where they're like more pop punk than ska.
No, they were both. That was the thing that was cool about it.
When I was young, I used to think that I would never change. I somehow got it in my head that life would stay the same. Looking back, I wish I had someone to tell me I was wrong. Spent so much
It was like
to better where I
old
did not belong.
old We Are the Union reminds me of like Less Than Jake drank like 5 yerba mates before they started writing music.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, it's real fast. It's
Yeah.
this was the song that got me into them. I can't remember how I found them. This one. It's called I'm Like John Cusack.
Yeah. Fortnite got me into We Are Union.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
What the fuck?
They are on Fortnite though.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think it was like maybe like 2016, 2017-ish.
This would have been like, for me, like 2011 or 12. They had like kind of broken up by the time I found out about it. Maybe it was 13 because they had 2 albums out at the time.
Yeah.
This one and the second one. I can't remember what it's called. But, I mean, that's ska.
Yeah. I feel like, would you consider them third or fourth wave?
Okay, so it's a tasty horn lick.
Oh yeah.
So the reason that I bring it up is because they're really neither, I feel like, because this is an era where really the only relevant ska band at the time was Streetlight Manifesto. Like there wasn't ska anymore. There was Streetlight Manifesto, and then people that opened for Streetlight Manifesto. You know what I mean?
But there's also like Real Big Fish, Big D.
Yeah, but I guess Big D, there's an argument to be made, but Real Big Fish was a legacy band by then. This is like 2009 through 14 or 15.
You had Bond Music Industry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, by that time period, Real Big Fish is a nostalgia band, you know, and even Less Than Jake. Gang vocals come in. So this band was the first band that I ever heard that was doing like ska, but like really, really fused in with another like really specific genre. You know, because like Streetlight was ska punk, you know, but like ska, we'd had ska punk before. You know, we had Less Than Jake, and you know, Real Big Fish to a certain extent. We had Mustard Plug, we had Big D, but ska pop punk?
Yo, don't forget Molotov Compromise.
They were ska core.
Oh, Flaming Tsunamis.
Yeah, they were also ska core. What are you looking for?
This is like if 4 Years Strong was ska.
This is the heaviest breakdown at the end of the ska song. It's unhinged behavior
It's
to
like
do something like that.
it's like reminding me of the first time I heard Scram and then Ska-Ram from Ska Dream.
Okay.
How they kept that breakdown in the ska version.
Yeah. I thought you were talking about Scram like the genre Scrams.
Oh no.
Like I hate myself, like type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you.
yeah.
I almost brought that I Hate Myself record, but I couldn't find it. It's in like a fold over, like black and white, just like paper thing, so there's no spine, so it's hard to find in my shelf. But I have it somewhere.
Yeah, I was listening to this new Scrams band.
Crystalite?
Yeah, they're called Roman Candle.
Roman
Really good.
Candle?
Yeah.
Dang. That's sick. Oh, Rose Ceremony from Austin is a new Scrams band that's really good.
So this record brings us to a more pressing topic, which is, well, I'll describe it this way. Are you guys familiar with the Tipsy Bartender on TikTok or Instagram?
No.
You guys have never seen this guy? He's presumably a bartender, maybe a domestic terrorist. It's hard to say, but he's this like real buff, like completely like shiny head, bald bartender guy. He's always wearing these black gloves, and he's always making some of the most disgusting alcoholic concoctions that I have ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, hella cool videos.
He is a menace to society. And can he do the things that he does? Yes, he can. He does do them. Should he? Absolutely not. I mean, he's making diabetes in a glass, and he's also making things that no human. I feel like there's just so much sugar and preservatives, and just like garbage in these drinks that he's making that it's like they all look disgusting. Devin, come on. I watched him put almost a whole cake in a blender today, with vodka, whipped cream vodka, I think triple sec, rum. I mean, holy shit! It's like
What's his name?
the Tipsy Bartender. If we could pull that up, because he makes, I mean, some of the most insane stuff.
After you started
Boom,
describing
there he
it-
is.
Yeah.
But that seems kind of normal.
That Chamoy? Yeah.
He has some like actual like cake fucking shit.
What's that watermelon? Oh, that bunny. What's that boozy bunny?
Oh, do the bunny. That one's got to be unhinged.
It looks like milk.
What is he gonna do? Rum chata and a chocolate bunny? I mean, come on, dude.
Because if this ain't hollow, this is not gonna work. Oh yeah. Nice. Chocolate vodka.
Already.
Some Irish cream. A rum chata, okay?
The way he talks to is so
White
funny.
chocolate, okay?
Oh my
This is
god.
not a cheap rabbit, let's be clear. And looks I left a little bit of space so the straws don't cause it to overflow. Okay, let's just put it on the side. And there you have it! Yo, boozy money! Homeboy, this Easter's gonna be delightful. Oh. It's 12 ounces of booze, guys. Yeah, 1.5 cups, 12 ounces of
1.5 cups.
Just straight up booze.
Yeah, but hey, it's Easter, okay? You know how Easter is.
It's a fucking blackout. I mean, what in the fuck is that? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what any of that is.
Is that Biojos?
Oh my God, Kylie, we're gonna have a talk when I get home. That's just disturbing. Go back to his page because there's some really like heinous shit on there. As if that wasn't bad enough. Anyway,
Why does that one say learn the facts about COVID-19?
I don't know.
Is that like a COVID denial drink?
There's this one where he pours something like $150 worth of alcohol into the sink to make that one's kind of old, but it's just everything he does.
Yo, that popsicle.
Go to the real Popsicle Jungle Juice.
That looks.
No, all the way to the right. All the way to the right. Oh shit! You didn't even take the popsicles out of the plastic, my G.
Everclear.
Just straight up.
I love, dude.
How many bottles of vodka is this?
Yeah, Shady Captain in here. The official coconut rum of America. White peach cranberry.
Okay.
We got a little lemonade in here. People always be like, oh, you know, his drinks, it's all water. Homeboy, everything real. Lemon lime soda, okay? Well, Smirnoff Ice ain't never hurt nobody.
What? No, yes, it did. It has.
Get a couple of strawberries in here. Dinner's served, homeboy. Jungle juice, okay?
Goodness gracious.
Okay, in a jungle juice.
Okay, so I'm sure you're wondering why I brought this up.
Yo, that
Wax
pink
Wednesday.
Starbucks Hennessy, real quick.
Okay, yeah, let's keep.
Yeah.
No, let's see it. I'm
Last Starbucks. Get that in here.
Devin unironically drinks Smirnoff Ice.
Pull it back. Let's pull it back. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a fire here. Pink lemonade.
A fire? How did you set Pink Starburst on fire?
It's still soft enough for me to get the cap off. Look at that. Mm-hmm. And I do. Jesus. My Starburst drink singles. Liberty's drink powder. You see it?
Why?
Spoon. Do a little twirl. Now we coming in with the granddaddy. Now, and then you come over here and you just let the Hennessy run down the spoon, and it's just a layer on the top. You can notice I'm using the side of the glass kind of as my spoon. And there you have it, Starburst Hennessy lemonade. Okay. Oh, this ball, okay.
I mean, this is alarming. This man should be investigated.
Does he drink any of this? Or is it all for show?
Dude, I don't know. It's crazy though.
We gotta try one day.
Kylie, what are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I'm sure you're wondering why I brought this up when we've been talking about music this whole time.
But why? But why? Why would you do that? Why?
I don't need Jack in the Box.
I never.
I'm on tour all the time. So I brought this guy up because there's an epidemic happening right now in ska where things are being mixed together that do not belong together. And you know it to be true. Deep in your heart, you know it to be true. Why does auto-tune ska exist?
I don't know. Just
It's an affront to God and all of his creations.
it's like just some guy
Don't do it, Mike.
with a
Don't do
dream, you know.
it. What are you doing? No.
100 gex.
They have a boiler room?
Oh, dude,
yeah, it's really good actually.
I got my tooth removed. Banger.
Anyways, sorry.
Are you going to play it or what?
What do you want me to play?
Well, I don't know.
The
You
ska
brought
song?
it up.
Yeah,
This is the ska one. I got my tooth removed.
yeah.
You were taught
It's crazy.
It
Starts beautifully.
It does, actually. I'm not mad at this part.
Ghost pepper tequila.
I could rock with that.
Yeah.
you were me
I'm just. It's a bait and switch if I've ever seen one. And I don't even really love this. It sounds like Post Malone, but
Wait for it.
I'm not mad at it. Ugh, here we go.
This fucks.
What the fuck is that, Cody?
Dude, it was.
You have to mount a defense for that.
It's fun.
Why?
I mean, it has like everything that makes ska fun. Like the up tempo, like it just makes you want to skank instantly. Like
No, it doesn't. There's no swing to it. There's no feel to it. It's like all MIDI and quantized. It's like literally the opposite of ska.
Like you say, just because it's like has more production, it's
No,
not
because it's quantized. Look, back in the 80s when Second Wave was happening and Elvis Costello was producing the specials, he was, or maybe it was in the 90s, but he was interviewed about Americans doing ska, or like it came up in an interview he was doing, and he was talking about how we're fucking terrible at it because we are copying something that's already being copied. Like at least in England, there's like a population of people from Jamaica that you can learn from, and or that are like, you know, some of the people in the specials and whatnot.
Oh, dude, play.
Oh no, why?
Play that song he has with Amigon.
I don't know. I just looked this up. I don't know
Nick,
any other hyperscott.
That's crazy. That Eckler's is the first thing that comes up.
Eckler's Nickel City is a sick song. It's like Nikol.
But the reason that he was saying this is because there's a feel that ska has. You know, there's a looseness to it. There's a groove to it that you can't, that doesn't, like, you can't quantize it. You can't MIDI a ska track and it be good. I mean, you can, obviously they kind of did, but you can't MIDI program that kind of music, and they did, and it sounds bad.
Yo, I'm with Cody.
I don't know who that is, but they're my mortal enemy.
Yo, they just ripped 100 gags. It's crazy.
This came out last year, right? Yeah. Then when the guy from Omnigon comes in, like, the thing is, like, it's taking ska, because I feel like that's why it's like part of the fourth wave, because it's taking ska and it's mixing it with like genres that are really more accessible to like a lot more people. So it's like, if anything, like hyper ska fucks because it's a gateway to like people finding out about more ska.
That's like saying the Smirnoff Hennessy fucks because it's a gateway for people to enjoy cognac.
Oh, Stupid Horse.
3 years ago.
Updog talked about covering this.
Bet my money on a stupid horse, I lost that. So I ran out to the track to get my cash back. I just got it.
Jeremy was the only one that was anti-covering this song. They even got the pick it up.
I just don't get it. I like to think that I'm like pretty open to a lot of new music. What's up, Cup?
Dude, Cup takes sick pictures.
I just met Cup. Really liked our interaction. Rethinking it now.
Let's get a good
I'm
Jim
just kidding, I'm
stare
not.
to the camera, Carlos.
I don't like it. I don't
That's
like
okay,
it.
and
I'm
that's
not. I guess, I mean, maybe I am and get off my lawn, old man, at this point. I mean, I'm not that old, but I can't get with that. I just can't do it. I don't know. It hurts me. It causes me emotional distress. Like, I'm sure if I pulled up, like, my heartbeat is faster now because I'm stressed about this.
That's how old people felt when they first heard the Beatles.
How they felt when they first heard Limp Bizkit.
You know how many old people die when they heard Nookie for the first time?
It took me years to be okay with Elvis shaking his hips. Years. Thank you, GMC.
I feel like most people would think that was really bad.
Yeah.
Most people.
I'm not a fan.
Very
I wish
niche.
I wish they wouldn't do it. There's some things that don't need to be updated.
The only reason I like those 2 songs by 100 Gex is because I like their other music.
I mean, sure, that, like, if you like 100 Gex and they put a little ska in one of their songs, it makes sense that you would like that. But not all of their songs have that kind of ska thing to it, right?
No.
That's
But
what I
they
thought.
have like other genre blending.
Yeah.
Well, it's like same thing with Eggler's. Like, not all the songs are ska. There's some hyper pop in there.
I can't do it. I can't. There are some things that like. If you look at some of these like more modern bands right now, like the Sinceres, the Altons, Los Yesterdays. There's more. I'm just like the Monophonics, Kelly Finnegan, Joey Quinones. Like, they're all these people doing like really old school, like early '60s R&B, and it's really good. And they didn't like. There's no auto-tune on it. There's no 808s in it. There's like they're not doing anything different than what was done back then. They're just like doing it through like a modern perspective and lens and whatnot. And it's because you don't need to change that. Like, it's good. I feel like there are some things that just don't need to. Like, I like modern R&B and I love T-Pain, and like there's a natural evolution to things, but there's a point where it becomes something else, which is fine. And I really hope Jordan's not watching, because I'm making the same argument he makes about Alkaline Trio, and it's gonna really bite me in the ass. But I don't know.
What is Eckler's other than just a ska T-Pain?
Some things were never meant to be mixed, like Smirnoff and Hennessy. I think this is one of them. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe in 5 years from now, when Cody comes back on Wax Wednesday, because I don't think I'll be able to speak to them ever again after this for a while until I can cool off. I'm just kidding. Maybe in 5 years we're on this show and I'm talking about my favorite hyperska band. Maybe. And then you can pull this clip up and be like, look at what you fucking said back then, you grouchy old man. And I'll be like, okay, you're right. It happened. I didn't like Tidal Fight's Floral Green when it came out. I like it now. I didn't like Jar by Super Heaven when it came out. I like it now.
Really?
Stuff happens. I still don't like Color Me in Kindness by Basement. Still not that good a record in my opinion.
I don't like Basement that much at all.
The first album's so good though. Come on.
It's
trying to think of. I like Lady Gaga now. I didn't at one point.
That's good.
When I was in high school, I didn't like Lady Gaga, but now, Just Dance. That's my fucking shit. Poker Face, all that early stuff. Love it. So maybe this will be one of those things that comes back around, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Cody, do you own records?
Yeah, I just started building back a collection again.
Because you kind of gotten rid of them for a while, right?
Yeah.
So I also like records.
And they're like big CDs.
Huge CDs. Okay. Still work in your car though. They'll fit. Don't worry.
They're the laser discs of music.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. But I also don't like a great many things about them. Specifically, I mean, I guess anything will be corrupted by capitalism at some point, right? But
records are okay.
Records are okay, but
yeah.
So there are a few things that bother me. One of them is that there's this narrative that like I don't know. I actually don't even know how to start this segment because it like really just fucking boggles my mind. But can you pull the Reddit tab up? Okay. Can the people at home see this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, granted, this is from 5 years ago, but when I Googled this was like what I found. But this is a post that I see all the time on the vinyl subreddit. And it says, Amazon shipped my record with no box? Is this something that happens often on Amazon? It got a little damaged, but not terribly, question mark. The great album, it's a great album, check them out, y'all. And I see this so often. I see Amazon or Walmart or Target or whatever putting a record in like a plastic bag or in a box that's way too big with no cushioning or padding or anything. And for as often as I see this kind of nonsense, do you know what I also see just as often? People continuing to buy from these places. And that really grinds my gears.
Yeah.
Why? Why are you repeating the same behavior if you know that this is a likely outcome? And the one thing I will not stand for, viewers at home, is any USPS slander. I see a lot of people like, oh, thanks UPS, thanks this. Well, why don't you say something to the person that packed your stuff shitty? Because they shouldn't be able to mess it up that bad if the people packed it properly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think about this?
I mean, if I worked at Amazon too, I wouldn't pack records properly. I would hate it.
So you're part of the problem.
No, just don't buy records from Amazon. Just go to a record store.
Thank you. USPS keeps it real. Devin knows the fucking deal. We love our boys in blue.
I guess the argument could be accessibility and how easy it is just to get a record like just delivered to your door.
Sure, but I mean, we ship. A lot of record stores ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they pack your shit properly.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
I get it, like, I kind of get it from a certain perspective of, like, there's a lot of really small towns that don't have stores nearby them, especially probably in, like, the Midwest and shit like that.
Or Hebronville.
Well, they got us. We're right here. But I don't know. This type of behavior boggles my mind, and the fact that I see it so often, I just can't understand it. I can't understand it at all. And fuck Amazon, I would say.
Yeah.
I know one thing I know for sure is that a lot of people order from them because it's cheaper, and I think there should be more to your decision making when it comes to your purchasing power than just price. Granted, I'm very biased as a local business owner.
But the thing is, like,
But
it's cheaper, but you don't get like the fun of going into a record store and just like peeking through the records and like getting to see all the cover arts, and like you go in for one record, but you come out with like 2 or 3 other ones because you see like something that's really cool that you didn't expect to see.
you're preaching to the choir, buddy. Preaching to the choir. But there are a lot of people that are just like, I want this. And whether it's because they want to post it on the gram or they like only like 5 different bands or whatever the case may be. But like it,
Deftones.
don't give. But it happens in the shop where people will come in and they'll say like, hey, do you have this? And I'll be like, no. And they'll be like, all right. And then they'll leave. It's like, you like one band? Just one? Anyway.
Oh, hell yeah.
What are you doing? That's it right there. That's the one. That's the one record that I like. That's the one record that I like. Weezer's Blue Album. Okay. There was another thing that I sent you. The accessories tray. Can you pull that up? So this is the next segment that we're going to get into, which is useless shit that people have made as for vinyl record collector, for record collectors to try to like get as much money out of you as they possibly can. This is a spiffy tray for $12 for your accessories. Now, what is going on in that tray that could not just be done on that countertop? that you had to spend $12 plus shipping on this. And this is no slight against Turntable Lab because I really like Turntable Lab.
Does it just double as a rolling tray?
Why do you need a rolling tray? Just use a countertop.
Or a record?
Or a record. Or a
Yeah.
record jacket.
Yeah.
Is that the Chris Pettis?
No Pinkerton?
But like, is that Steadfast Chris Pettis?
Yeah, dude.
Dang, I haven't seen you in forever,
Shout out
Chris.
to Beyond Reach.
What up, Chris? Yeah, so that was one. There was one I sent you last week. Maya, I don't know if you pulled this one up, but it's Center Hole Reamer. Okay. Now this is one of two on this list that really pissed me off. And Devin knows exactly what I'm talking about because I sent him this when I first found out about it. A vinyl center hole reamer. Can you go to the third picture there so we can kind of see the whole thing? Do you have any idea what this does, Cody? Maya? Do either one of you have the slightest fucking clue what this $50 thing does?
Is that for 45s?
Nope.
There, that's it. Just
Why?
to be there.
For what reason?
Just I don't know.
I will tell you.
Display?
I will tell you for what reason. It is for when records are like slightly mispressed and the hole is a little bit too small and you have to force it on the turntable.
No.
You stick that in there and it widens the center hole so that you can get it on the turntable. Do you know how many records I've done this to with just a box cutter? You know how easy a solution this is?
I just never thought, wow.
Devin knows how to do it for $5. This kind of shit drives me nuts. Drives me absolutely nuts. Who was buying this? And I think it might have been more expensive. There's a couple of things on this list that I feel like were more expensive when they were first released and they realized that the market wasn't going to like bear that cost. Also, it's sold out. I'm pissed. Get notified when it's back in stock. Are you shitting me?
Wow.
I mean, jeez. What are your thoughts on this?
I hate it.
It's bad, right?
Yeah, it's like, why am I going to spend $50 on this when I could
Plus
just-
shipping?
Yeah, plus shipping.
Well, yeah, plus shipping and tax, you're probably like 50. Oh, what does that say? Free shipping over how much?
$50. Oh, they just get you right there.
So you got to buy something else with it, and then.
Oh, wait, no, free shipping, $99. That's for.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You could do this.
So you got to buy 3 of these.
Yeah, but if it was.
Yes, Devin, you're right. It was $80 when it first came out. I knew it was more expensive than this. When this first came out, I think it was $80.
Damn. Oh, at least. Not even free
Por
shipping
qué?
then. Yeah, you know.
¿Por qué?
Would you buy it with the payment plan?
But why?
Maybe.
'Cause it,
I just.
it qualifies at that point.
I'm not just saying this because I'm slightly cynical right now because things have not been going great for me lately. But this is the type of shit that is what is going to cause the industry to cannibalize itself. Is when you start convincing people that they need little tiny shit like this when already a turntable and speakers is like $300 or $250 and the average new release record is going up to like $40, $30 on the lower end, especially for major label stuff. And then you convince people that they need a $50 center hole reamer because they can't get it right at the factory, which they can, and this very, very, very rarely happens.
Out of like.
No, who on earth would want to get into this money pit of a hobby if these people can convince you that this is what you need? You know what I mean? You don't need, obviously you don't need it, but I'm saying if their marketing's good enough and people think that they do, then you're not just looking at a turntable and speakers anymore. You're not just looking at buying records. You're looking at buying this. You're looking at buying the next thing. Mike, can you pull up the what's it called? The transit platter, please.
What?
Look at this.
What?
Same company that makes the center hole reamer. This one is $80. Do you have any idea what this is for, Maya?
I have no idea.
Go through
Is
all
this
the
for
pictures.
display?
Go through all the
Just
pictures.
displaying?
Cody, any idea what this is for?
To turn your records into Beyblades.
No. Watch the video.
Is it literally just to hold your record?
To clean it? What the fuck?
Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. This is an $80 device. And the reason it's called a transit platter is it's a place for you to put your record while you're changing records. That's what it's for. Is so that when you take a record off and you're going to put a new one on, you have somewhere to put it. We've all been in this situation. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. You want to make a quick change. You don't want to fumble with record sleeves. So you throw the bare record in the crate or haphazardly place it on any open flat surface. This ingenious, arguable, simple solution creates a stable non-scratch base. You can put the next record on, then easily come back to file away your record. The transit platter also serves a great platform to clean and inspect. No grooves touch the surface, yada, yada, yada.
It's science.
This... I don't have words for this. Do you, Cody?
No.
Nope.
I just think it's stupid.
It's so dumb.
Handmade in Canada.
I mean, respect. I like Canada. Shouts out Canada. I just don't know what to do with this. I can't believe it's a thing. Now, thank God it's still in stock. Not sold out. I mean, it would be insane if this was sold out. I shouldn't say that, but
I'm just gonna quit my day job and stop making these.
look at how expensive those tabs are. I think they're like $20 a tab, which is a lot. Okay. We're not done, though. Things get more expensive from here. Let's see. Let's go to the turntable base. Oh, no, sorry. No, you're right. This is a turntable lamp for $60. Have you ever thought you needed a turntable lamp? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you're like, I need to see my turntable better because the just room lighting isn't doing enough. I need a bright-ass LED lamp directly over it.
I guess unless I'm like a DJ at a gig.
If you're a DJ, sure. But go to Turntable Lab and search this, Maya. Search FlexLight. Because they'll show you how this is being marketed. There we go. This is how it's marketed. Now that's the one with the base on it. It's not a clamp, so it's $90.
That's just a table lamp.
It's just an LED table lamp for $90. This company messaged, or they sent me an email saying that they would send me a sample or whatever, so I could see if I wanted to stock them in the store. And I was just like, what? I don't need. No, I know a sample. What do I need to sample this for? I've had lights. I've owned lamps. Oh yeah, let it ride.
That's a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Any shape you can imagine.
That's awesome.
It has USB connectivity.
That's awesome.
It has 9 different light settings.
Great. I forgot why I came in here.
Whatever the question is, the answer is no.
Now this I can get behind it for painting Warhammer figures. For that, sure. But I've never been in a situation other than DJing, which, whatever. That's a different topic of conversation, where I'm like, I really wish I could see my turntable better as I'm listening to it and doing other things. Can I please have an incredibly bright LED lamp? Are you kidding me? And again, it's not that this isn't like a decent product. I'm sure it's a great lamp, and I'm sure it has a lot of resources. But the fact that it is being marketed specifically to record collectors and turntable users is baffling to me. And at the price too. Anywhere between $60 and $80. 60 and 90? Was 90 the other one with the bass? File this under shit you don't need. What? Would you buy one of these for your turntable?
No. What do I need it for?
What do you need it for? Somebody please tell me.
And also, like, if you're at home, like, say, like,
Do you not have lights in your home?
yeah.
If you don't have lights, how do you have the electricity for the turntable? You know what I mean? Like, I guess unless it's a battery power. But even then, that's neither here nor there. We're not going down that rabbit hole.
Crazy, man.
Don't have lights, only candles.
Which you could still probably see the turntable well enough. By candlelight. I don't know. It depends.
Not like most, like, the Audio Technica 1200 has the
The
light.
120, yeah.
or
So
the
do
120.
these.
Yeah, the
It's not on
120,
right
yeah.
now, but boom.
Yeah, it's like,
We got a light. Got a light over here, too. Look at this light. Boom. You see the light. Light. Anyway. This kind of shit really grinds my gears. Can you pull up the turntable bass? Because this one's wild.
is that just a table?
No, it's not even a table. It's something that you have to put on a table to then put your turntable on.
Yo, 4 interest free installments of 49. That doesn't add up.
No, that does not at all. This is a $550 bass
It's only 200 if you finance it
for,
to the
for your turntable.
website.
And they only have one left.
It's science.
I mean, what in God's name is going on here that I don't believe in?
Oh, you get 500 reward points. No, that's 5,500. Ooh.
That's a lot of reward points. Free shipping, easy returns, which is good because I would return this. Because why did I ever buy it in the first place?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I mean, it's unnecessary, to say the least. To say the least.
Say, yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, I live in a pier and beam house. When I walk past my turntable, if I stomp the yard too hard, it will shake and the record will skip. That's why I'm very ginger. I walk very gingerly around my turntable. I'm a ginger.
You're ginger?
I'm a ginger.
You have a soul, man. Don't worry.
But this, I mean, what? Not necessary. And if this was necessary, it would be for like maybe a club or something like that. Again, for DJing. Project is not a DJ company, by the way, so I don't think that's what it was intended for.
I'm on tour all the time.
Okay, hold on. Can we read that? Okay, so Cup, I agree with you that this does it definitely has a purpose in a hi-fi setting. But it just seems it's excessive. Granted, we're going to get to how excessive hi-fi is in a second. But yes, this is, you know, more aimed at like that higher echelon of stereo. But even then, I still, well, I don't know. I'm not an audiophile, so I'm never going to spend $250,000 on my stereo and need something like this. But does it work? I'm sure it does, yes. To your point, I believe that it does work. But does anybody need it? 99% of people do not, I believe.
Nope.
Okay. And then not last, almost last. The Degritter, can you bring me this? It's a $3,000 record cleaner.
What? We used to be a proper country.
Do I think it works? Of course. For $3,000, it better work. And I've heard it's great.
It's like, I remember being at disc around, like, cleaning, like, records with, like, that alcohol, like, soap solution.
Yeah,
and
like
then,
I do every day.
And then using the cotton pads.
Yeah, like I do every day. Well, I mean, I use a microfiber cloth, but I mean,
I guess less waste.
there's a guy that with a YouTube channel that has a shop in Arizona that I don't think it's even less wasteful, really. Granted, I don't know how often you have to change the water reservoir, but there's a guy with a shop in Arizona that runs 6 of these all day. All day long. He's running 6 of these cleaning records.
Imagine his electric bill.
Dude. It is on sale, Devin. I fucks heavy with wood glue. Have you ever cleaned a record with wood glue before? That shit works.
I've always wanted to.
It works. It's a little tricky because if the layer of wood glue is too thin, it won't peel up and it'll get left on there, and then the only way to really fix that is to like do it all over again, and it takes a while to dry. So like when I've done it with wood glue, I normally have to let it dry for like 12 to 24 hours, and you can only do one side at a time for obvious reasons, gravity being the most important. But for $3,000, I mean, good Lord.
I think that's when that little thing that you rest your records on comes in handy.
Yeah, maybe. No, maybe we're cracking the code here. Is that you have to buy all of them, and then it's all very effective once you own all $10,000 worth of this equipment. There's another. So, do you know what an ultrasonic record cleaning machine is? Do y'all know what that means? So. What it is so you have that machine and there's a reservoir in it where you put distilled water. There is a lot of debate about whether you should use what is called a surfactant, which is like a detergent, a cleaning kind of solution. But what it does is it vibrates that water with ultrasonic frequencies, creating these like microscopic bubbles that get inside of the grooves, and the bubbles explode when they get in there, and that like releases the dirt, I think is how it's supposed to work. But it's the ultrasonic frequencies that clean the record. You know, I've never changed the playback speed on YouTube before. That's crazy. I don't know what this guy's doing.
Is that a filter?
Looks like it. But it basically goes in that bath, and the thing it rotates, and I think it has a like a drying cycle as well, so it'll dry it. But that's what it does.
It's like a car wash for records.
Yeah, ultrasonic cleaning machines are used a lot for like jewelry and stuff, because you're not going to scratch the jewelry, which makes sense that it would also be effective for something like vinyl where you don't want to scratch it. But okay, audiophile man, why are you making the longest video of all time where you're just pointing at stuff? What is happening?
Exceeding the maximum level and the reasoning and the issues behind it.
Okay, he's talking. I go to where you can actually see it in there. See, so it's cleaning. Every time it passes through that water, all those frequencies are kicking dirt up out of the grooves. Yeah, and then I guess it drains and then it dries. Yeah, there we go. So, effective. But I just don't. There's one that just came out called the Hummin Guru. That's $400, I think. And then there's another brand that makes one for like $160. And I get it. It's like the Apple of record cleaning machines, but I don't know. I just can't myself justify this. Where'd that music come from? I mean, I'm not mad at it. I thought it was part of the video. It's just a lot, babes.
Hi guys, my name is Christian, and today we're going to be looking at the Degritter vinyl cleaning machine, a ultrasonic machine that enables you to both wash and dry records. Let's take a look at the design. As you can see, it has an aluminium body, a silver and black matte finish, easy to use interface system, and a removable water tank at the back. So let's take a look at how it works. Firstly, fill up the water tank with water. Secondly, take your record, insert it into the machine, like so. Choose your washing program, so we've got the quick here, and then press play. Simple as that. The machine has 3 different programs for washing and cleaning records. The first one is the quick program, which gives you a quick wash for off-the-shelf records. You also have the medium and heavy programs, which basically enable you to get more heavy-duty cases out of the way. So if you have like a lot of dust or dirt that's actually collected on the records, these programs are perfect for eliminating that and improving the sound quality of the records as well. Furthermore, you can also change the drying time for how long it will actually dry the records themselves. And you've got a range anywhere between 0 to 15 minutes here as well, so you've got a lot of leeway there. And another good thing to mention is that you can actually change this while the machine is cleaning, just like that. There's even a setting for fan power. So, by turning this little button here, you can control the power of the fan. So you can have it really quiet like this, and it will take a bit longer. Or you can turn the fan power all the way to the top and have a very loud output, but a much quicker dry. Choice is up to you. Let's take a closer look at the water tank.
All right, that's enough of that.
Now, as you can see,
It's just absurd. $3,000. I mean, my God. But, you know, whatever. If that's what you want to spend your money on, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your life. But if you have $3,000 to spend on something that useless, you could give it to me instead. We got to re-sleeve those records, although, I don't know, the PBR seasoning could add some punk cred.
I was about to say that too.
Add some punk cred for sure. Do you have that screenshot that I sent you as the last little bit in this before we move on to our final segment? You ever wonder what a $500,000 turntable looks like?
It looks stupid.
$500,000. My God.
What is it made out of? Marble?
Something like that. I mean, wow. I mean, so people come in all the time and they ask for advice on getting a turntable, or you know what they should get. What's a good one?
I know a good one. Crosley.
Yes. All those kind of questions. And my first response is always like, well, what's your budget? What are you looking to spend? Because that's going to drastically change what I recommend you. And whenever people are like, I don't know, like I can, but the new 100 Gigs record sounds great on it. But, they're like, well, how much for a good one? And I was like, and I always tell them, I was like, there's no ceiling to what you can spend on your stereo. I have yet to see like a hard cap ceiling of like, these are the most expensive things you could buy. You can get this. You can probably get a pair of speakers for the same price. You can probably run monoblocks and like all this other equipment for, amp wise for $100,000. They make $500 stands. Not just little resting bases. Like I guess you could probably spend $1,000 or $1,500 on the stands too for your equipment. $100 cables. I mean, like you could spend any amount of money in the world that you wanted to on a stereo if that was really your heart's desire and you had the bank account to match it. And this is evidence of that. And I doubt that this comes with a cartridge. So then you would have to buy a cartridge, I think. Most of these expensive turntables don't come with them stock. Anyway, there's a lot of needless things on the market to like aid in the record collecting hobby. And I just say, just get yourself a Technics 1200 vintage receiver and some decent speakers. I mean, you could spend, if you wanted like a really, really, really great sounding system for $3,000, you could do it. And I think past that amount of money, we're talking borderline unrecognizable differences to the sound quality, in my personal opinion. Maybe one day I'll hear one of these $250,000 stereos and be like, holy shit. I should be focused on getting rich so I can
This
have
is
the
music.
stereo. This is what music
This is
actually
music.
sounds like. The one thing that I think is really funny is a lot of times you hear people talk about like, oh, the stereo field is really wide and like it's like you're in the room with them. And I say to those people, have you ever been to a show before? It doesn't sound great. Like it's loud and it's in mono and that's it. So what do you need? I mean, there are some people whose stereos are probably more expensive than the PA at their favorite concert venue. What? What? I don't know. Over the last like year or two, I've really had a bone to pick with the audio files. They really kind of bother me for some reason. I feel like maybe it's because they think that they're right and we're wrong and that we're listening to music wrong and we should be spending more money on our stuff. And I just don't agree with that because I don't think that there should be a financial barrier of entry into enjoying music, but I don't know. That's just me. I
Fucking
guess.
crazy, man.
What do you think about this? That's a house.
Yeah, like
I mean, that's a nice house. That's a really nice house. Even in Austin, that's probably a nice house.
I never spent more than like $120 on turntable.
That's a good amount to spend.
Yeah.
Especially like around the time when you got started, you know, things are a little like an LP60 is like $150 now, where it used to be just a stock $100. I think even when I first started, it was $90.
My first LP60 was $99.99.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they were for a long time, probably till like 2018 or 19. But 460,000 pounds. I mean, good Lord. I can't justify it personally. If
Pounds?
you can, well, yeah, it's like from a British website, so it's in pounds, not in dollars. But
Dude,
in pounds, bruh.
I don't trust.
Bruv.
I don't trust British people, dude.
We'll have a chat, bruv.
They put beans on their toast.
Oi.
Well, let's not get into that. It's a
Whoa,
whole
whoa,
other
whoa,
conversation
whoa,
entirely. All right, and to really just cap out the insane money that people spend on things, let us take a look at our final bit of business, the 25 most expensive items sold on Discogs in March. Now, I want you to scroll all the way to the bottom, Maya, so we can start at 20 and work our way up to 1. All right. What do you think are some of the most expensive records?
I know the most expensive record ever sold was a Judge record.
I think on Discogs, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that might have been beat by then. By now. I'm not positive.
I say probably that Judge record. Maybe a first pressing of Mayhem's first EP.
Interesting.
Yeah, like because the first run there was a misprint.
Yeah.
And instead of being blood red on the sleeves, they came out pink. And then Euronymous.
There's a lot of Misfits records like that too, where the colors come out kind of wacky.
Yeah, and then they forgot to put Euronymous' name on his like sleeve where the pictures all them back. So
Interesting.
he like hand wrote his name on every single copy.
Dang, I didn't know that. The first Bathory record's worth a lot of money too. There's a lot of the early black metal stuff that is. But let's go. So number 20, we've got Orquesta Monumental de Venezuela. 1963. It's a Latin record, and this is a promo copy that sold for $2,000. That's a lot of money for one record with no actual artwork. Yeah. Number 19, we've got Joe Henderson, In and Out. This is a jazz record on Blue Note from 1965. Again, $2,000. This record I'm not that familiar with, but there is certainly a ton of early Blue Note stuff, like what is it, Sonny Clark Struttin' or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that goes in the thousands of dollars range. Especially, I mean, they obviously have to be in really great condition to fetch this much money, but jazz collectors are serious about their shit. So number 18, Ozzy Osbourne, See You on the Other Side. Devin, what's good, baby?
Came out in 2019. Oh, okay.
I had an opportunity to buy this record for the retail price of $500, and I didn't because I was like, well, do I need an Ozzy Osbourne box set? And I told myself no. And because this is also a record that this is also a record that didn't sell out right away. And so I thought to myself, I was like, well, if it didn't sell out immediately, there's no way that the resale value is going to get that crazy, right? Like, if it was going to resell for a lot of money, it would have sold out faster, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty logical thinking, but no. $2,000. I think some have gone for as high as $2,500. All right. This one, Various, We Love You, So Love Us, 2000. This is electronic record compilation, sold for $2,168. Do you know why this record's so expensive? There's a couple records like this.
Does that song I'm blue? Ba-da-dee-da?
No, it doesn't. I can tell you it has nothing to do with the music.
Is it the artwork?
Yeah. Do you recognize that artwork?
Oh, is it a Banksy?
It's Banksy. There's a couple records he did artwork for where they sell in the thousands. Just because of the cover.
That's interesting.
Wild. This one's interesting because it's a CD. The Grateful Dead, 30 Trips Around the Sun. This is a 80 CD box set. Comes with a 7-inch too. $21.72.
Something I'll never understand is Grateful Dead fans.
Dude, I have been trying. So Josh loves Grateful Dead. Justin loves Grateful Dead. My friend Caleb loves Grateful Dead. Rudy Garza, big Deadhead. Shouts out West ATX. If you're having a wedding out there, book them to DJ. All right, I lost count of the numbers because they're not numbered. But here's a Mozart concerto for violin and orchestra. Well, it didn't say a year. 2173, so just a little bit over. This one's interesting. I have no idea what it is. Rock, Stage, and Screen. It's in Japanese, which I cannot read. Maya. A Sophie record. 2250. That's your shit, right?
Oh shit. Yeah. It is.
That's a lot of money. It's a box set, though. If you scroll over, I can't. It's CDs. Holy shit.
Damn.
God dang. A 3 CD box set for $2,200? That's wild. Okay, go up to the next one. Baragosi Group, Dancing Party, Jump Records, Funk Soul. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of old, obscure soul records that sell for a lot. I'd actually be interested to hear that one. That looks good. Go up some more. Another classical record, I think, right? Yeah, Attica. I did not know about that song.
You know, Mozart song.
Shouts out to Mozart, though. Based.
Booty.
Absolutely based.
Wonder how much record that is worth.
For the life of me, I haven't been able to figure out what makes a classical record worth a lot of money. I've bought a lot of classical records in my day in collections, and I've never found one of the big ones. I don't know. Can't figure it out. What's the next one? Depeche Mode Ultra. This is an
CD?
interesting one.
Yeah.
A CD, VHS, promo box set. That's wild. $2,400 basically for a CD. I don't know.
That makes sense. I guess Depeche Mode fans are really diehard.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Like that Baragosi Group, right? $2,200 roughly. Have you ever heard of that band?
No.
That's why it's so expensive. It's because nobody ever heard of them. They never blew up. They didn't make a lot of copies. It's this really obscure thing, and the people that are aware of it are like, dang, I need to find this. It's like a grail for people because there's so few of them in the world, right? But Depeche Mode, you're telling me they didn't make tens of thousands of copies of that Depeche Mode CD?
The Baragosi Group is the Digitech Bad Monkey of records.
Sure, yeah. The Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
All right. Depeche Mode fucking got us. See, now here we go. A Jerry Butler and the Impressions. A more popular artist, but early R&B, Northern Soul stuff. The Brits love that. And so there's a lot of those records that sell for a good amount of money. That one's not that surprising. A little bit because it's a pretty big label, but still. Scroll up. Now, this is one that's always on the list. David Bowie, The Man Who Sold the World, the drag cover. There were not very many of these circulated because he's in drag on the front of it, and it certainly wasn't going to fly in the States. But, you know, I don't know what Maya's got going on over
Why
here.
is it so zoomed in? There you go.
So The Man Who Sold the World, almost always on these lists. What's the next one? I know we're getting towards the end. Ethiopian Modern Hits. I bet that record smacks. $2,700. Actually, I bet that record's incredible. It's got to be. Ethiopian like funk and soul. Sign me up. Someone reissue that. Is this another classical one or is it a jazz record? Jazz. These jazz people, man. They're serious. $2,800. Keep going. What are you doing?
Someone's out there taking pictures. I wanted to scare them.
The Cure, Let's Go to Bed. I have no idea what the hell this one is. Oh, an acetate. Okay. Do y'all know what acetates are?
No.
So,
I feel like you've explained this.
so it's like a flash drive today. Like if you go to the studio and you're working and maybe you're trying to perfect the mix or whatever before computers were, you know, as prevalent as they are today and as easily accessible as they are today, you would make an acetate, which is basically a lathe cut, and they were meant to be played like, I don't know, 5 to 10 times, but it's so that you can take it home and you can listen to the work that you did that day and come back with any notes on the mix, right? So now we just get a Dropbox file or we get a flash drive or we get a burn CD that we take into our car. But back then, they were, exactly. So back then they were made in record form because that was the only way you could make them, you know? Not the only way by 1982. I'm sure, you know, you could give a tape or whatever, but...
Dub plates. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was how you did it. And of course they had such a practical purpose of just like, we got to make notes on this mix. Right. And so people didn't really archive them or keep them because they weren't meant for that. They were meant to be disposable. They were meant to be played a very limited number of times. So oftentimes when you find some that survive, they will sell for $3,000. And then I think we're getting towards the end, right? Oh shit! What? 2022? Can you go to that page? Click on the Rainbow Children, that link.
Why does it sell for so much?
I also want to know. Go down to the notes section. Oh shit! 48 copies. Oh, distributed by a raffle with entries costing £5. The number of 48 copies coincided with the charity's ability to respond to emergencies with children in the UK within 48 hours. Crazy. Had its 20th anniversary in 2020. That is wild. Okay, that makes sense why it's so expensive. There was no way it was just another reissue.
Yeah.
Okay, Maya, I think we've only got one or two more. Sun Ra Jazz, again. Cosmic African Jazz. Really good stuff. Very underrated. A lot of it didn't make a ton of waves at the time. Very, very highly regarded now. And then another Soul 45. Again, Subtropical Music Services was probably basically like the Kunaki of records back then. It was just a company that you could send your stuff into, and they would just make you a short run of 45s, and you passed them out to your friends at school or whatever, or your family or whatever. And then, I don't know, it's probably 100 copies of that 45 got made. Most of them got thrown away by people that were just they were given to that didn't really give a shit about them.
Dang, I remember Kunaki. Are they still a thing?
Yeah, I think so. 200 copies pressed. Masters were burned. Oh, shit, that sucks. Yeah, so this one's never getting made again. Those 200, however many are there. $5,000 is the most this is sold for. So somebody got a fucking deal on this. That's crazy. $5,000. All right, what else? Oh, $4 grand. Okay.
Wow.
The original trilogy box set.
When was this pressed? What year?
10 years ago.
Damn.
How many did they make? 500. This was definitely before he blew up, right? Yeah. Crazy. If you were early, got a wait, okay, hold on. Click on the ones for sale and see why they're so much cheaper. See, under Marketplace, it says 10 for sale. Okay. So someone's an idiot and paid $4 grand for this when they could get it for $1,000 right now. Paid 4 times the price. Dang, now people are really going for it. $25,000. Holy shit.
Oh, it's still sealed.
A lot of these are sealed.
Oh, okay.
Factory sealed. That one's signed though, I guess. I don't know. We got something going on there.
I don't know how to read. I'm sorry.
Okay, so go all the way up, Maya. Now go to the side this way. Yeah, okay, so you see where it says last sold? Click on that. Let's see. Oh, you gotta sign. Oh, hey, he's got an account. Sign his ass in. Yeah, click I'm not a robot. We're about to get the sales info and then hit show sales details. I want to see why this one sold for that much money. Someone just bought it for 81. Was given to me as a gift, unsealed, not quite sure. Dang, someone. So someone bought this for $4,250, and then like the very next day, basically, someone bought it for $800.
Damn.
That's crazy. But so that's insane that someone bought that for over $4,000 and it doesn't even, there's no description. Like the person didn't even leave any notes about what. Wild. That whoever sold that for $4,200, good on you. You were patient and you got your money.
Isn't that a Weeknd song? Something about patience.
I don't know. Not a huge Weeknd guy. Don't dislike him, but just never really got like obsessed with him the way a lot of people did. The way Sadiq did. Okay, and then I think we're probably on the last one now. I know I keep saying that, but no, really.
Yeah, we're still going.
Okay, so probably a psych rock record, $4,850. Okay, an Elvis 45, that makes sense. Coming up next. Those original Sun Elvis 45s are worth a ton if you find them in really good shape. I found one in not so good shape not too long ago, and I did not get nearly that amount of money. This early stuff is good. The early rockabilly stuff. I think he's got like 5 Sun records, or 5 releases that came out on Sun, and then that's it. So they are very sought after. Always have been. And then the last one is The Fix. Yeah.
Got it right.
Oh, no, Mayhem. There we go.
That was the one I said. Yeah.
I know. You predicted it with the pink cover.
The pink and the handwritten Euronymous in there.
$5,500. $5,500. Isn't that freaking wild?
Self-released.
Self-released. An insane amount of money.
That's because I fell asleep to that Mayhem documentary last night. And they talked about this.
1,000 too. Like 1,000's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot of records.
Best movie ever, Lords of Chaos.
Lords of Chaos. Most metal movie ever. All right, go back to the list. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Now this one I'm interested. Oh, click on that one. I know I looked it up already, but I can't remember why it's so expensive. Speak to me. Blah, blah, blah. From Japan. Different cover. All right. Seems like a wild reason for it to be that expensive, but
how many copies was it limited to?
It doesn't say. I don't think it was marketed as a limited edition. It's just a different cover in a different country. Although people do have like kind of a fetish for Japanese records. The story on the Japanese thing is that during the oil embargo in like the 70s or 80s or something, they were the only country that didn't like start recycling records. So all of the records were produced with virgin vinyl, and so they're supposed to be like quieter and better sounding. But there are people that would dispute that. What? Look up the lowest selling records now.
Oh, hey, it's Jordan.
Jordan's here.
What's
It's gotta
up?
be Crystal Lake.
I've got it on. I think I have a copy on Discogs for sale right now.
Fake emo.
Fake emo, baby. All right, then here's the last one to fix. Vengeance. Jesus. 12 a touch and go single for 1,300 or 13,000. Sorry. 13. Okay, so this doesn't make any sense. Click on April 9th, 2023. We got to see what the fuck's going on with this one, because the median's 83.70. Why did that one go for so much more? I think it sounds like you're asleep at the wheel over there.
Dude, that was...
Just because it's in good condition? One sold for 83. That was near mint. That was a long time ago, though. That's fucking wild. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a punk record. Hopefully they get their 13,000. Good for them. Yeah, someone sold trashed copies like a week ago for $80. Like, good, for those watching that aren't intimately familiar with the grading system, good is terrible. Like, good is borderline unplayable. And someone still paid $80 for a record that nobody should ever listen to or play on their turntable. That's bonkers. That's cuckoo bananas right there. $13,000. Again, if you have $13,000 to spend on a record, just give it to me. I'll do a lot more with it than get you a record that you could probably easily buy a reissue of. I think it auto-corrected you. All right, well, that's what we've got for Wax Wednesday. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to keep this up of finding interesting news items, but we'll give it our best shot.
No way Tears for Fears is on that list.
Of best-selling records?
Lowest.
Lowest? Oh, these are flops, but not like, but these still sold like 100,000 copies. Robin Thicke, that's fucking funny.
Oh, is that the record for his ex-wife?
Yeah, after he got sued.
Yeah.
Stone Roses, sad.
Lou.
Okay, hold on. This Lou Reed Metallica record, have y'all ever heard this?
Yeah.
It's really good.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it's really good. It's way better than anything Metallica's ever done.
Dude, I don't know.
It is. It's good. I went back and listened to it not that long ago because I had never, since, with the exception of like around the time it came out, I had never really listened to it again. It came out before I was really interested in Lou Reed, and I've never really been that interested in Metallica, or I've never been like a huge fan. But I went back and re-listened to it recently, and it is very good. The reason that people don't like it is because it sounds like exactly what it should sound like. Two very different artists coming together to make a record. If you're a diehard Lou Reed fan, Velvet Underground, all that kind of stuff, then you probably don't like what Metallica is bringing to the table. If you're a diehard thrash metal fan and a Metallica fan, you probably don't like what Lou Reed's bringing to the table. But if you like both of them, or if you're willing to go there with them, it's a very solid record.
Wait, are they like completely different? Like genre-wise? The artists?
Wait, you don't know who Lou Reed is?
I don't know.
Really?
No.
You don't know who Lou Reed is?
No.
You never listened to the Velvet Underground?
Yeah.
No.
Sunday
Dude, I only know 100 gags. That's it.
I'm waiting for my man.
So it's kind of like the Lil Wayne. What was that collab that he did?
I have no idea, and I don't want to talk about
it's
it.
like Green Day or something. I don't know.
Oh God, I know. I don't remember what that is, but
Oh, or like when Blink-182 had Yellow Wolf on there.
we don't talk about that either. But no, Lou Reed was a singer of the Velvet Underground, one of the greatest American songwriters, and they were like a psych band back in the day.
Oh, it was Weezer. Lil Wayne and Weezer.
No. Rivers. Why?
And Joe Jonas.
Ugh, God, it just gets worse. But yeah, they couldn't be. Well, I guess they could be more different if you really wanted to think about it. But they are very, very different. They have very, very different sensibilities, and a 20 to 40 year age gap in their fan bases. And so yeah, people really. No, don't do this to me. I just can't with this right now. But yeah, Lou Reed and Metallica. Go find it. It's good. It's a good record. And that's what I've got. Needless Gadgets. We covered Needless Gadgets. We covered some of Cody's favorite records. This one got me. Look, I don't check the dates, all right? I just read. I can't really read, but, talked about some of Cody's favorite records, most influential records, Needless Gadgets, and the most expensive record sold on Discogs in March.
Most influential, 100 Gex.
Most influential, 100 Gex. We talked a little bit about Hyperska, much to my dismay, and proof that there is no God. And, Discogs most expensive goes from $2,000 to $13,000 for a record.
I thought Frank Ocean was going to be on there.
Actually, we could do this next week if you want, but the 25 most sold records on Discogs in March, Frank Ocean's on there. But that refers to the number of copies that were sold, not the amounts that they were sold for. But, yeah. Anyway, we'll see you next week for a little, Record Store Day preview, I guess, maybe, even though we're not doing Record Store Day.
Play us out with something?
You want me to play you out?
Anything, yeah.
Okay.
Dang, how come you didn't bring that one up?
All right, let's play you out. We'll be back with a little Record Store Day preview for next week, even though we're not actually participating in Record Store Day proper. We won't be getting any of those releases. If you need to learn more about that, look at our YouTube. I explain it all. But I'm going to be putting out a lot of good records, and we're going to be having a good time. So that's that on that, baby. We're going out with a little Iron Sheet, Cutesy Monster Man from their album Not Like This, available on Dead Broke Records. Am I a radio personality now? Should I be a Locals List nominee?
It's your boy J-Vibes. It's your boy J-Vibes.
Hyperska's got his monster.